Then we have, yeah, quite a lot of merchandise revenues. If we included the merchandise revenue, it would be more than 100K a month, like 150, 200K a month. But I'm just being conservative and saying, but yeah, including the
One
merchant
second. You're saying the merch from Solar Balls is between 50K to 100K a month?
in revenue, yeah, that's true. Yeah, right now.
Wow.
Usually more like 30K, but recently
Okay.
because of Q4, it's been 50 to 80K. And in the past 60 days, because we did a Kickstarter, it's actually been quarter of a million because we did 150K with Kickstarter and then almost 100K now, well, over 100K, yeah, with the actual merchandise Shopify store itself. Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive numbers. What was the Kickstarter about?
Yeah, I'll show you that. So that's a Kickstarter for a new card game that we made. So that is
Ooh.
a
I see a uptrend on card games. Is it because it's low cost but high reward type thing?
yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's a really high
Okay.
margin product because you're selling paper basically, branded paper. So that helps.
True.
So yeah, this is as we can see, it's 150K here, with
Wow.
almost 2,000 people who backed it, and that was just just finished like 2 weeks ago, so it's pretty recent, and
Hmm.
yeah, it went really nicely. So that's that, and
What was the milestone
just
that you were aiming for?
we were aiming for how much were we aiming for? Well, it says $10,000. We weren't really aiming for 10,000. We were aiming for more than that. But we
I
said
get
that.
it.
We managed our real aim was around 100K. So yeah, 150K was nice. We definitely did more than we thought. Um, yeah, I'll just briefly show you this. This is the past 30 days. Or let's do the past 30 days is 88,000 for the store itself. And then past
Nice.
90 days is 120K. So yeah, pretty crazy. But this is one channel,
And
right?
those are plushies?
Yeah, mostly plushies, and then also the solar cards, the card game itself. See a mixture of
Got
those
it.
two things. Also, if the viewers are wondering why my head is now red, it's because I've been bitten by mosquitoes in my garden here.
It's funny.
Yeah,
So you're selling plushies, and that's hitting those big numbers. I'm just curious, how are you making those plushies? Did you go where they're actually manufacturing it? How did it go about to actually start that merch?
yeah. So that was a mixture of us, seeing a potential to do plushies because other creators do plushies and YouTubes and things like this. So we saw that and we went,
Okay.
okay, let's try and figure this out. We went to a company called Creator Inc., which is a company which does creator services. So we work with them. We still work with them for the plushies. And then, yeah, for the cards, we found a manufacturer and work with them directly for these new cards. So it's a mixture of both. There's quite a lot of creator companies that are there to help creators make merch, so that's pretty good. But yeah, obviously, if you have a big enough sales, then gradually you can start to do it yourself, and that is better for the margins.
What is Creator Inc?
Yeah, so there's a company which does merchandise for creators. So yeah, this is a company. It's like
Okay,
behind the
okay,
scenes. Yeah, so they work with the
okay.
manufacturer
Interesting.
and they basically help to get the design correct, and then they do the fulfillment. So they get a warehouse and they ship it out for us. So like a mixture of those three, yeah, those things.
Wow, interesting. Okay. And was there an initial investment cost for that, or straight up?
There wasn't actually because we did a pre-order. So we did a pre-order, which meant that we didn't need to pay up front. We received the revenue from the customers, and then we used that to pay the manufacturer. So that's a really nice model, which Kickstarter also enables. Is you don't need to spend the money up front and risk, nobody buying it. You can first of all pre-order it, and then after that you can decide how many to purchase. So that's been really good, really helpful, and avoids too much risk.
So you mentioned Mr. Spherical and Solar Ball. Are you? Do you have more channels running? Like, what's YouTube Empire looking like right now?
So we have 23 channels with over 100K subscribers. That is basically mostly language. So it's quite significant, yeah. 23 channels. And then we have, I think it's like five with over a million. And yeah, those are run by many different people, as you can imagine. I can't run them all.
Yeah.
Um, which is good. And they're mostly channels which are different languages of Solar Balls and Mr. Spherical. So we don't have lots of different brands, but we do have other brands as well. So we have Human Buddy, which is I'll just show you that as well. That is a biology brand, which is animation too. And then we also have, show you that as well. So Human Buddy, is this one, 250,000 subs on English roughly. Some of the videos done reasonably well recently, which is good. And we have some bigger videos. And then Worker Boy is a channel which is focused on companies. So these are the main animation brands. And then we're also focusing and starting to build channels which are focused on documentaries. So this is a new channel which we've just launched. It hasn't had the success I want yet. We've only done 3 videos, but we've got one video 50k views, the other's 5k views. So this is a new documentary length format, because these can also be very successful if you get a sponsorship, if you have a high RPM, which you do. These are like $15 RPM kind of niches. Then yeah, it can be really significant.
And all those channels combined, what's the total revenue per month?
Around 150, 200k revenue, yeah.
Okay, nice. So approximately 2 million a year to 2.5. Nice. That's really impressive. And you mentioned also that you have 100% in your team. How are you managing everything? Like, what's the organization looking like with you at the top? You have partners. Like, what's that looking for people wanting an empire themselves?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the structure is starting with I'll start with the channel directors. We can work up. So we have somebody who runs each channel, and that's a director. And that person does what we mentioned before, which is like channel management alongside creative direction. Then below that, they have a team, which is like one layer beneath them, so they manage everyone. Above that, we have a few different ways of it works. We basically have operations manager or operations director who is overseeing those directors, giving them support. So for example, if a director needs new training material, they want to learn how to do content strategy better, she'll help to find them that information. If they want to hire a new person or fire somebody, then she'll help them with that. If they just generally need advice on how to manage people, she'll help with that. So she's there, director. And then above that is me, who's chief executive, who is helping to move around the business. I'm mostly doing new brands, like working to incubate, start new brands, but also able to work on the business side. So we have like 2 sides of the organization. One is creative and like managing the whole process. And the other is then taking that creative content and doing the merchandise store, doing licensing. So we're now actually licensing the Solables content in China. So Tencent, the company, is going to be putting the Solables IP onto Tencent kind of like TV and stuff. And in Russia, we're on we're on the Netflix of Russia. That they have like 7 streaming services, and we're on all of them, which is kind of crazy. So
how did that's
a business side
come about? The China part and the Russian part, like how did that start?
Yeah, so it first came because I'm obsessed with reaching more people with the education by doing these new languages, right? So we did Russian language, we did Chinese language, and it succeeded in both those markets. So we got like success with views, and then after that we realized, well, in these markets there's less content. So the Netflix that they have in their country has less content to use. So they kind of also want to get creators content as well. In the English world, we don't really have that yet. It's like YouTube is quite separate from Netflix, but it's kind of gradually getting closer and closer. So yeah, that's like an interesting piece, is their markets are like, it's kind of more close already, and ours are like gradually getting closer. So in the future,
are you talking with Netflix?
Not yet, but yeah, I think in 2-3 years, definitely, I think we can. And we see like animation Glitch. Have you seen Glitch Productions? The like digital circus?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So something like that. It's actually working really nicely for them. So they're on Netflix, they're on YouTube. I really think that we're going to see similar things happen for our brands and other brands too.
Why do you think Glitch was so successful? I'm curious. You've probably studied them.
Yeah, I haven't studied them too much actually yet. I've just really recently came across their work, so I'll let you know for the next podcast. I'm going to study it soon. Yeah. It's very impressive though.
And so you have such a huge team and so many things going on. What's your week looking like?
Yeah, so right now it is on Monday. I start by trying to spend the day focused on the Creators for Impact, which is my version of doing Team Seas, Team Trees. We bring together creators and do impact campaigns. So that's been like the Monday, like thinking about how to do that, strategy, building a campaign we just launched a month ago. Tuesday is typically focused on new brands and like deep work. So, try and think about strategy in the morning, then have some calls about new brands and improving them. And then that's most of the day of Tuesday. And then Wednesday is kind of like business calls. So, for example, let's check the finances, let's check the recruiting, who we're recruiting at the moment. Like, do we want to hire this person? Do we not want to hire this person? And then also, yeah, just other pieces like that. Thursday is usually meeting people from outside the company, talking to you and other cool people who are in the economy. And Friday as well, usually similar. And then like administration for Thursday or Friday, like, yeah, whatever that's going to be, like legal documents and stuff like that.
Nice. I like that every day is like something specific. You don't mix things all over the place. Maybe I should do that. That's a good organization.
It can help. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Once things scale, like it's just it's overwhelming to do everything in the same day because you're like 10 different channels and one day it's like, wow, my mind's like going insane or something. So yeah, it's good to start splitting it up.